Alright, welcome back to the shop. And on today's episode of how freaking long is this project gonna take, we're gonna be working on this cab, getting it ready for paint and fixing a few things on the rockers, and yeah, getting the roll cage ready for paint and the cab. That's what we're gonna be doing. Alright, so we got the roll bars all ground down. Piece of advice, don't let your roll cage get rusty. It sucks cleaning it. And I mean, I know if you look real close, there's still some like speckles. But, I mean, I've ground them pretty good. It, you know, it's just kind of a reality of life now. But I'm going to get that primed up, and, you know, that's one step closer to getting done. I blew out the inside. I'm thinking I want to get this cage painted. Like I said, the cage is going to be going satin black, kind of like this. Well, exactly like this. It's all nice and dusty now, sitting in the body shop. But yeah, that's going to be the cage. It's going to be satin black. This black in here is just primer. You've seen in an earlier video me grinding all that out. That was fun. So yeah, we're going to keep plugging away on this. I think I'm actually going to try to get all the body work on the cab done. I had some rust popping up through here. don't know if you guys can see this, but this is all rust underneath the body filler and primer. Up here, all rust. So we're stripping the whole thing back down, and we're gonna epoxy it and try to put our filler over the epoxy and see how that does. Because that didn't work out. That's rust. And the last thing I want to do is go through the trouble of painting this thing and have it start rusting in a couple of years. Well, there it is. We got it all back down to bare metal. Like I said, we're gonna epoxy it and then start over. See how that works out. I always love redoing stuff, but you know, sometimes it happens. Well, here it is in the booth. Got everything as clean as I could. Let the primer do the rest of the work. All right, first coat. You can really see the seam where I put the cab corner in. Obviously, we're gonna put some filler over that. But like I said, we're gonna put the filler over top of this epoxy primer. We'll give it a week to dry, so it'll be nice and dry. And then I'm hoping once I get the primer all dry and redo all the filler work, and then re-prime it with some filler primer, then I think I will be finally ready to start prepping this for paint. Unless something else pops up, and you know, the way things are going with this project, you never know. I'm starting to think that I might get a surprise like this on the bed, because if you have been watching my videos, I showed you a little surface rust on the bottom of the bed popping through in my video where I painted the bed, the inside and the underside. So that might be my next thing I need to fix. But whatever, I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm just gonna keep moving forward, doing the best I can with what I got. So this is where we're at now. Next week, hopefully I can do all the fill work on it, and I'll probably do the fill work, maybe epoxy it again, and then over the epoxy, I'll spray some feather fill. That's what I got on the roof here. That's what's on the firewall. It's a polyester primer. It's basically like sprayable Bondo almost, but it does a good job filling. It just can't go over top bare metal. So that's why I'm using the epoxy, and hopefully the epoxy will hold any of the rust at bay. Because yeah, like I said, I don't want to do this whole project and then it start rusting a couple of years later. So that's where we're at. Well, there it is. A couple of coats of epoxy. Like I said, I'm gonna let it dry for a week. Put my, I'll sand it and then put filler over top of that, and hopefully it won't rust again. Probably will, but hopefully it won't. So now the entire roll cage is been, you know, ground down, primered. It's pretty much going to be ready for paint, so we can, once I get the body work done on the rockers and cab corners, I'll prep everything for paint as far as the roll cage, and paint the roll cage, and then tape off the roll cage, and then prep the entire cab. And that will probably be the first time you see the body color, is when I paint the cab, because I got to paint the cab before I put it back on the frame. I think I'm actually going to start cutting out a section of the frame right now, since this is going to be drying. And yeah, I'll pick back up on this next week.